regards to helping you become successful in the executive protection industry. You'll find out how I qualify that at the end. But first, I want to welcome you guys. Welcome. Thank you so much for spending time with me. In my kind of ethos for life, time is our most important asset. We're dying every single minute. We can't get these minutes back. So I'm going to do my best to give you as much value as I can during this presentation. I'm going to move as fast as I can, violently, clearly, efficiently, effectively, to give you as much value for your time as possible, because it's such an honor that you're willing to spend this time with me on this call. Okay, so welcome, and how to create a highly profitable career as an executive protection agent. As a certified executive protection agent specialist is really what I want to say here. I'm going to teach you how to be more than just an agent. I'm going to teach you how to be a specialist and how to launch a highly successful career. That is what has become my passion. When you learn more about me, I started when I was 21. I had to figure a lot of things out on my own. Thank God for my mentors, or I wouldn't have made it. But you know, the reality of coming up in the executive protection game for so many professionals, and at times for myself, is that it ain't easy. It is not easy. Granted, right now we're in somewhat of a renaissance, and I would say it's the easiest time to get into the industry that has ever existed. The industry is growing. It's blowing up. I was reading some articles that said that it's predicted that we're going to double as an industry in the next 10 years. You've got big companies bringing security in-house, so they have an entire security department. It's becoming commonplace. So you have big executive protection companies. You have big normal companies having wings of executive protection and corporate security. It's a beautiful time. But the reality is that what you need to be successful in this industry is still a very refined set of skills. It's still a set of skills that a lot of people don't think they need coming into this industry, and it can be feast or famine when you're trying to get in the industry and you're having to take all the not quite executive protection centered jobs, and you're having to work the cigarette girls at the bar, and you're having to, you're doing kind of some bouncing, you're doing some square bag stuff, and you're trying to figure out how to really get into executive protection. Or maybe you're in security and you've been in security, but you're trying to figure out how to break into the executive protection industry. Because once you're in, you're in. But it's a very, it's like you got to get past through the eye of the needle. So the reality of the game is a lot of people don't even do executive protection full time. They may do like bottle service at the club and carry, and watch over a celebrity at the club and say like, oh yeah, I did executive protection. Or they may work at a housing community and they have celebrities that live there, or they work, at the front gate of a celebrity's house. They say they do executive protection. The reality of this game is there's a way into the industry. There are more ways into the industry now. But if you can't find those ways, and if you can't position yourself as an executive protection specialist or even an agent, you're not going to find those opportunities. Those opportunities are going to pass you by. You're going to turn your resume and it's going to be in a ridiculous stack of resumes. And even if you do get on an executive protection detail, this is big. Even if you do get on an executive protection detail, you will not survive, even though you may be tactically proficient with regards to doing executive protection. If you don't know how to market yourself and you don't understand the social dynamics of it all, this specific set of skills, you will not make it. And there have been good dudes that I will go to war with right now that I've had their back, they'll have my back, that I love, that are brothers that don't make it in this game because of the certain things that they don't know as they come into the game. So good people you won't make it in this game just because you're a good person, right? Or because you're, hardcore or have a great background. We'll talk about that. All right, the goal of this webinar is to show you how you can learn and apply specific principles that will position you in the industry as an executive protection specialist. Okay, positioning's everything, messaging's everything. Said differently, I'm going to teach you how to build your own brand. I mean, is there ever really anything other than that, right? Your boss is going to hire you because he believes in your brand, in who you are, and how you're going to make his brand look. Your agent, your client is going to walk around with you because they also believe that your brand makes their brand look good, and your brand is going to deliver when the time comes. So I'm going to teach you how to position yourself as an executive protection specialist. There's a difference. And really, it's how to brand yourself as an executive protection specialist. Hope that makes sense. Here is what we will cover. And make sure you stay to the end, guys. Make sure you stay to the end, because I guarantee you I'll make it worth it. I always over-deliver. The 3 principles that few people know about the executive protection industry. These are kind of those pitfalls that a lot of people fall into, and we talk about a lot about this in the product. These types of things, these ideologies, things like that, they can create cognitive dissonance that can cause you to kind of stumble when you first get into the game. Why you need more than hard skills for long-term success as an agent in this game. Why career background has almost nothing to do with your success in the executive protection industry. Okay, that's a big one. Why being good with the client, or trying to foster a relationship with the client, is actually not the number one determinant to your success in this game. You need a bunch of other things. If you don't get them, you'll starve. Stay to the end, because I'm also going to reveal a massive opportunity for you guys. You have an opportunity to get in with me on this opportunity, on this product, as a beta test group student. I'm not completely done with the package, the Training Day Success Package yet. So stay with me to the end, and I'll explain what that means to you and how we can work together, and I can actually market you to the industry, and we can join forces so that I can actually help you be successful, because your success will be my success. We'll get into it. All right, boom. Who is this information for? Okay. If you're already in the industry and you don't have what you want out of the industry, and you're not in the place you want to be in the industry, you might want to consider learning how to rebrand yourself, learning how to build your own brand. Maybe you were doing things in a way that worked in the industry a while back, but as we all know, things change so quickly, so fast, it's hard to keep up. Okay? I'm young. I'm new to this. I'm new to life. I'm only like 34. But what I understand is the way things are right now, how to make yourself dangerous right now, to market yourself and to build a brand right now. So if you've already been in the industry, you might know how to do executive protection better than me. But do you know how to build a digital brand around yourself that's going to bring opportunities to you better than I can? Maybe, but I can still guarantee you there's probably a few things you can learn. And that's why I believe that this product is relevant to you, no matter where you are in your career. Those who are looking to break into the industry, okay? See what I see, do what I do, have what I have, right? If you're trying to solve a problem, one of the best ways to do it, and now we live in a time where you can literally download information anytime you want, right? Into your brain through audiobooks and all that stuff. But if you're trying to solve a sophisticated equation, the best thing to do is look at the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel. Find someone else who has solved that equation. I am that person. I have solved that equation. I started we'll get into my background, but I've been doing this for over a decade. Started when I was 21. I'm 34 now, and now I work full-time for my own executive protection company. So these are the tools. Get your career kicked off right. Be dangerous from the beginning. House rules real quick. All right, this information is not for people afraid of hard work or anything like that. This information is for workhorses. I don't even want you associated with my school or my brand if you're not if you're not here to work hard. So if you're not here to work hard, I don't want to say have a nice day. God bless you. Good luck. Okay. This is not for tire kickers and people who aren't serious. Like, you can watch you can watch this webinar for entertainment if you like, but this is about work. All right. Everything we cover today requires sustained effort and a willingness to be coached. Okay, if the cup is already full and you already know everything about executive protection and you're already a billionaire off executive protection, then you're good. Then maybe and you're happy. That's the other thing. I've been hanging out with these billionaires. It's like, yeah, you're a billionaire, but you're happy. I mean, that's a whole other thing. But and you're happy, then good. Don't bother, because you need to be coachable and you need to work hard to get the results. But if you can do those things, I guarantee you're going to get the results. These are principles of life. What I need you to do right now, or what I think you should do right now, what you need to do right now is don't try to multitask during this presentation. I need you here with me, because realistically, this is information that can change your stinking life and your career. Like, that's what we're doing here. So be here with me for this information. Assess this information. See if it makes sense to you. Ask me questions about it. We're going to have a question and answer period at the end. Be engaged with this because this is an eclipse. This is a time in life that's never going to come before. You're never going to see this opportunity again. Close all the tabs on your computer. Just be here. Be present with me right now. Like I said, you will never see this opportunity again. All right, who am I? I'm Byron Rogers, right? Former Marine Corps Infantry, 3-1 Lima Company Weapons Platoon. I was an 0351. So I dealt with demolitions and rockets. So like kind of strong guy, carry a bunch of stuff. Maybe a little bit smarter. I can do math equations with bombs, right? So Marine Corps background from the Bahamas. Grew up in Washington State. But as far as the industry goes, before I got out of the Marine Corps, got on to one of the biggest and highly traveled executive protection details that's in-house in the United States. I was 21 and we traveled more than the President of the United States. We hit over 60 some odd countries within the first year and a half. I did that on repeat for 7 years. Started off on a team of 13 cats. The team got chopped down until it was just me and one other dude doing. We're going to go on the road. We're about to hit 7 countries, 7 states in 11 days. We're about to hit, 9 countries in, a few weeks. Like, we were moving. And I did all that stuff, like in my 20s. And then I wanted to have a normal life. I didn't want to live in private jets and hotels anymore. So I pulled back and I started to work down in Florida. Rebuilt my entire executive protection portfolio in Florida, worked all those types of clients down there, and then I wanted to come back up to California, relocated back up to California, rebuilt my books. I did the domestic contractor thing where essentially I was a contractor for a handful of different local boutique companies, and I would just take contracts. And I worked with every client demographic that I believe the private security industry has to offer. There's new ones coming up. I'm working them. I'm putting guys on them. Now I own my own business. Bravo Research Group. That's our emblem in blue down there at the bottom. I've started to school the Executive Protection Training Day Success Package, which is amazing. We've been operational for only a few months. We already got over 120 some odd students. We're blowing up. The momentum. You have a possibility. You have an opportunity to make work for you in the industry is huge here. I am the founder of the Executive Protection Lifestyle Podcast and brand, and then also, boom, the founder of the Protector Nation. So we're doing a lot of amazing things, Protector Symposiums, all that stuff. But I say all that for you to know kind of who I am. I'm a double psychology major, bachelor's in science psychology, master in counseling psychology, and also forensic psychology. So, I don't know, try to be smart and also dangerous, right? But it hasn't always been easy. I've gotten pretty far for being, the age I am. I thank God for that, but it hasn't always been easy. This photo right here was taken when I was in Iraq with my guys during my second deployment. We had been left. We cleared a number of different cities and villages. We went to the farthest most point, and me and my buddies were left on this hill to hold this hill until my unit could back clear, make sure the enemy wasn't coming behind us, and then clear back up to us. Took them about a week. We had to turn our radios off. We ran out of batteries. Thought for sure I was going to die with my buddies up on that hill. We are hiding inside of like craters and stuff from them trying to hit us with arty. It was crazy with mortars. It was crazy. But I survived. About 130, 120, 30 degrees in that picture. I survived. And these types of experiences bred in me the type of mentality, the type of will, the inner psychic strength to learn how to survive, regardless of my learning disabilities, regardless of any excuses that I may have. What are you going to do? You're going to die? No, you're going to survive. And that's what I learned how to do. So I've always been that type of person. And that translated over into the security industry. When I first got in, detail was a dream. Then after a while, I started to worry because I was like, you know what? I'm married to this detail. Now, when I got in, it wasn't like it is now where you can just go to another company, just take another contract. You know what I mean? Just go on LinkedIn and like go and compete. No, it was more like You're lucky you even met a guy that knows about executive protection. You're even luckier to be on a detail with regards that's actually executive protection. And if you leave this contract, you'll never work in this industry again, because it was just so few and far between. So what I started to really kind of swear would never happen is that I would end up in a position where I have no power over my life, where my client could just be like, no, you're not going to your daughter's soccer game. You're with me. Oh, it's Christmas. Great. Make sure you're out in the chase vehicle waiting for me. I might want to go do something on Christmas. We're going like my life didn't belong to me. And come hell or high water, the way that the client was treating me or the way management was treating me, I was basically just in bed with that client because it's the only thing I knew how to do. It was the only one that I knew I could get a hold of because I had a weak brand. I didn't understand how to build a brand that would bring opportunities to me like I do now. So without that information, I was a victim of the game. And that's what I don't want to have happen to you. Beyond all of that, I wouldn't even have survived the game if I wasn't wise enough to listen to mentors and people that knew how to survive in this game. And so that's what I'm here to pay forward. At 21, to have the experiences that I had by the grace of God was like learning how to drink out of a fire hose. So I just want to pay that forward. It hasn't always been easy, and I know that what you're probably dealing with in this industry isn't very easy. But this presentation, this product is designed to bring you power and intelligence to be able to deal with that effectively. Boom. And that's essentially my why. It's because of the things I've gone through that I'm here to try to, and I also want to bring back honor and respect to our vocation. What we do is very honorable. What we do, being willing to stand in front of somebody and protect someone's life is extremely honorable. And I feel that we as professionals need to be able to deliver a higher work product so that our clients and anyone else involved looked at us the same way they look at lawyers, look at us the same way they look at their accountant. No, this is a specialist. This is a professional. We need to listen to what they say. And I want to make this a reputable, very respectable vocation once again. So that's it, man. Anyways, specialist versus generalist. There is a difference. With regards to a specialist, actually we'll start with a generalist. Think about a doctor, like a general care doctor, that sees countless patients a day. They're on their feet all day. They're dealing with people all day. They're getting, they're working hard every day, all day. They're making a decent living, and there's nothing wrong with it. But then you think of like a heart surgeon or a brain surgeon, they're not working as hard. They're not working as often. But they have a specific set of skills that helps them make and bring in more for themselves and their families on a frequent enough basis to make a career at it. They are a specialist. They show up and they specialize in this one thing. Like, are you working all these different types of details that aren't executive protection details? I understand how that is. Sometimes you have to do that on your way up. But if you could just work executive protection, you're becoming a specialist. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's going to get less busy, but that's the difference between generalist and specialist. The specialist has a specific set of skills that does a specific thing and gets compensated on a higher level. That's the difference. And a lot of that has to do with positioning. Can you imagine what it would feel like to be recognized as a specialist in the industry filled with generalists? I'll tell you what it feels like. People start coming after you and reaching out to you. Hey, man, I got this detail. Hey, I got boss said we need more guys for this. Hey, man, I had a good time working with you this last time. Let's work together. Hey, man, do you know any guys that I can put on this thing because I got something coming up? That's what it looks like. That's what it sounds like. That's what my inbox is like. And that's what started happening halfway through my career. And that's what I want to teach you how to have happen in your career. Just literally, really. You'll see when we get to the testimonials if I'm serious or not. 3 principles that few people know about executive protection industry. Myth. You need military or law enforcement training in order training in your background. It's absolutely not true. Principle 1. You do not need prior law enforcement or military in your background to be successful. Okay, Christian West, Elijah Shaw, Jared Van Dries. There's a number of dudes at the top of the industry, at the top of the whole entire game, that do not have law enforcement, do not have military. They are civilians. The guy that brought me into the game, Luke Agajanian, he's straight civilian. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he brought me into the game. He's at the top of his game. Why? Because they learn a specific set of skills that help them become more successful in this industry. I'm not on the level of all those dudes, but what I will tell you is you don't need law enforcement and you don't need military. It does help, but then you have a different set of issues you need to deal with regards to, you know, are you humble enough to learn a new skill? Will you value the new skill enough to learn it? And is your cup going to be empty or full? Because if you don't learn the finesse of the executive protection industry, it will chew you up and it will spit you out. You'll be a special forces, whatever you were, captain of your retired, whatever department, who just can't seem to get work in the industry. Boom. Myth number 2, hard skills such as firearms training and combative training lead to successful careers in the executive protection industry. That is not true. Your survivability in the industry has much more to do with your soft skills and being able to navigate the social dynamics of the game. Listen, your hard skills are good. I have a saying, hard skills may save lives, but soft skills get you paid. Man, I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone mess up on the social dynamics and the soft skills and not make it. Okay, the hard skills, your clients generally don't appreciate your hard skills. They generally won't know what they're looking at if you show them your hard skills. They have no idea. And they don't care because they're billionaires and they need to do billionaire things. Okay? But it's your interactions with them, the way they know you're interacting with others, your ability to interact with the royal court, and we'll get into more of what that is, and the people in their circles. These are the implications. These are the things that have implications on your success with that client, with that family, with that organization, with that corporation. Myth: you can get in good with a client. If you can get in good with a client, you'll succeed on the detail. So a lot of guys get on a detail and they think like, yo, you know, I had a good ride with the client. You know me, I'm getting good with the client, like blah 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 blah. And they kind of think like because they're having this relationship with a client that like they're killing the game and that they're safe. It's not true. Your relationship with your team, your employer, the royal court are much more paramount. Okay, so you might get into with the client, but what you don't realize is you're just the flavor of the month. It's what we call a honeymoon season, and you're the new shiny thing that the client's got. So they want to like hang with you, learn about you. They're really sniffing you out too, and your relationship with the client is one part of an overall matrix that you need to set up in order to ensure that you have security and success on the detail. Your interfacing in your relationship with the team is extremely important because one day the client's going to ask the team, yo, what do you think about this Byron guy? Like, is he really cool? Like, you know, like I've been spending time with him. Is he really cool or what's he really like? Right? The first time you make a mistake, and you will make a mistake, they're going to go straight to the team and be like, yo, is this dude legit or not? You're going to need the team to hold you down. Otherwise, everyone on the team is going to be giving you little death by 1,000 cuts whenever they're around the principal. So you have to interface with the team well. You have to be able to interface with the house staff well. You have to be able to interface with the nannies and the cook and all those people well. Those relationships all matter. It's a web of relationships around the client you use to socially engineer the events that you want. Now we're getting into the dark stuff. I can't give you too much. The royal court, these are the relationships around the client. All the client's friends, they're generally gatekeepers. They've been watching people walk in and out of this client's life for years, trying to get money from the client, trying to get in good with the client. You know what I mean? You try to get in good with the client, you're just another person trying to get in good with them. That's what they experience all day, every day, day in, day out. You become a broken record. You're just another person trying to get in good with them and being a yes man. You got to be careful in this game, okay? You got to be careful. We have a whole module dedicated to interfacing with the client, for the team, with the royal court, all those different facets to help you not step on things that'll kill you in executive protection. Let me ask you, would you like to increase your skill sets and create long-term profitability? Obviously, you would. Would you like to identify blind spots in your understanding of how to interface with clients and advance your career? Would you like to position yourself in the industry as a specialist and align yourself with a globally recognized agency? Ignorance is not bliss, guys. Seriously, what you don't know can hurt you and can endanger your clients. It can endanger you and your clients, but also it will be a glass ceiling. So without knowing, without being able to perceive why, you will not be able to go any higher. I've been there. I've seen it a lot, and I'm going to try to help you with it. To achieve this, I've created the Executive Protection Training Day program. This is much more than just a training on how to do executive protection, y'all. Okay. Benefits of the online certification program. This ain't even all of them right here, y'all. All right, so increased memory retention. So let's say you go to one of the big schools. You're out there, you're learning. It's great, it's amazing, it's an awesome experience. Then you get into executive protection. You work your way up on the detail from the residential side. You're finally on the movement team. And then finally, you're good enough to start doing advanced work. This is like 6 years from the time you went to that executive protection school. So what are you going to do? You're going to go dig around, find the binder where you took the notes and learn how to then do a single man country advance if you get shot over to a country before the client, set everything up. Is that what you're going to do? No. With this product, with what we're talking about, you'll have lifetime access. Me and you'll always be able to go back and watch the modules. When I update the modules, you'll get updates. You'll always be able to have access to the class that taught you how to do the specific things in this game. And I go through everything having to do with this game. Eliminate wasted time and money. No more trial and error. No more trial and error on how to become successful, because I'm going to give you a formula, and I'm going to keep updating that formula, because I'm not just an instructor. I'm in the industry. I'm going to get done with this webinar right here, and then I'm going to go to a private security detail right now, and I'm going to go to another one tomorrow, and I'm going to go to another one the next day, and on Sunday I might take the day off and have some of my other people do it, and then I'm going to do it for 6 to 7 days on end until I don't even know when. So, because that's how I live my life, multiple details, right? You're not going to be wasting time and money trying to learn about the industry and how to get into the industry. What is also relevant for looking for training opportunities, you don't have to stop making money to go to this training. This training's coming to you. So you look at the price of some of these schools, like $4,000, right? Man, that's a pretty healthy price tag. But we don't factor in room and board, like traveling there, what you're going to eat when you get there, where you're going to stay. We don't factor in us not working for a week in order to go and do that training on top of the price for the training. So you get done with the training, it's like a $10,000 training. Really, you know what I mean? People do it, and that's good. And there are some, and it's worth it for some in many ways. But for this training, you don't have to do any of that. All you need to worry about is doing it on your own time when you're not at your other job, and you don't have to go spend money for room and board, and you get to keep it forever. You know what I'm saying? So you learn at your own pace. So when you learn at your own pace, allows you to learn whenever you want. So basically, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Increased profitability. Specialists get paid more. We're going to do a lot within this program to position you as a specialist. So you will learn the skills, you will learn how to market yourself, you will learn how to brand yourself. But there are aspects of this that I'm going to get into where you will be, my brand will be behind marketing you to the industry as a specialist. Okay, so certified agent list. You will be on my list, well, and this is part of it, you will be on my short list of agents that I send information and opportunities to. So you'll get opportunities from Bravo Research Group, but beyond all of that, really this increased profitability by positioning yourself as a specialist, I'm building out a part of my website for people who graduate from this course. You will have a profile there. You will have your picture there. You will have your resume there that we're going to teach you how to construct so that it's more attractive. You will have bio information and anything that a hiring manager wants to know there, and it's going to be known as the place where all the big companies come to get talent. And I'm going to make sure you guys get seen by the big companies who are looking for talent. And in this way, we join forces, and my marketing machine is behind you and your success. Many classes have claimed to do something like that. Very few of them can execute on that, especially digitally, the way that me and my brand can. This is a complete step-by-step training program to cover everything of the soft skills and tactics required to position you as a certified executive protection specialist. Okay, everything you need is within our training. We'll talk more about the exact modules, but essentially just a quick overview. I'm going to take you from inception of, I think I want to get into the executive protection industry, things that you need to look out for, mindset stuff, how to be professional, how to build your resume, how to construct your resume, how to deal with your interviews when you're talking to hiring managers, how to interface and dress, the gear you need to use, how to interface with the client, the detail, the royal court, your boss. I'm going to take you through all of those things, all the way up into how to conduct executive protection operations, how to conduct multiple different types of advances, how to conduct all types of things. Everything having to do with the industry and what you're going to need to know. And then we position you to have follow-on training with myself. We'll get into that. So these are the executive protection skill sets and in-field tactics that I require all learn before adding them to a detail. So when I get on a detail with a guy, what generally happens is we sit down and I go over all this stuff, because I'm big on creating a culture of success on my details, because that is what gives way to quality of life on the details. So that's it's one of those things. It's like, this is extremely important. And this whole entire product came out of me literally being like, you guys need to know this in order to survive. Let's get in the chase and let's talk for a little while. Okay, what are you going to get exactly? Let me get a little bit more deeply into that. What you're going to get: Executive Protection Training Day online program, official accreditation and training certification, total value $3,497. I told you to wait to the end, so we're just so hold on. But the total product is valued at $3,497. What you need to ask yourself is, what is not having this and not being a part of this, not having this information and not having this product and this whole entire network as an asset behind you? What is that costing you?
A lot.
What is it costing you going to these, other details? What is it costing you dancing around the outskirts of the industry? What did it cost you when you went to that interview and you didn't get hired?
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to ask yourself. But anyways, keep listening. I have way more for you guys. Executive Protection Training Day. So here's an overview of some of the modules, okay? Mindset of a specialist. This is the mindset piece where you really need, where we help you understand and clear away kind of all of the fallacies that you have about the industry, so you can go in and you can be dynamic, you can be effective, and you can create the career you want. Getting into the game. How to get into the game. Resume, interfacing with prospective employers, all that stuff, the way you should dress, every single thing, A to Z, how to get into the executive protection industry, or how to rebrand yourself to be relevant in finding a new executive protection opportunity. Social dynamics. This is the web I was talking about, of the different social relationships that you need to understand how to walk, create, manufacture, procure in order to be successful, no matter what detail you go to. Professionalism, something that I wish I didn't have to present on, but it's something that I'm glad to present on because I know how to do it very well. But it's very important. I've seen many people do a lot of wrong things with regards to professionalism, and the saddest part is they didn't even know they were doing something wrong.
Oh no!
And so they have catastrophic failures where they don't get called back. Or the hiring manager is showing me something like, is this guy serious right now? You're probably a good dude, but you have no idea what you're doing wrong. Gear. So we talk about all the gear of the game, exactly what you should have in you, exactly what pocket items you should have. Advances, how to do all three advances, how to do a hasty advance, how to do a pocket advance, how to do an overall brief, and have the entire college boy 30, 40 page advance. You're going to get cheat sheets on all that stuff. that you're going to be able to have with you in the game. So when you actually get tasked with it, you're going to have it forever. Teams, motorcade team, movement team, venue team, how to run those teams, how to set those teams up, what every single person in the team is responsible for, supposed to do. Working solo. They don't teach you how to work solo in a lot of courses because the reality is it's way more difficult and there are going to be gaps. You got to know where those gaps are so you can mitigate them, and you got to know which ones are acceptable, and you got to be able to play that game. So working solo is huge because not all of us work in the State Department and need to learn formations, 6-man formations, or even 4-man formations. In the real private security industry, is going to be you and maybe one other dude most of the time. So if you don't know how to work solo, you don't know how to work, you're going to have some issues. Okay, you're going to be a little stressed out. All right. Motorcade, a whole entire chapter dedicated to motorcade operations and how to work in and around vehicles, doing executive protection, surveillance detection. How to know when you're being watched. Very important. Immediate action, what to do when you're attacked, and how to react to different things, what types of attacks you'll deal with. And then beyond that, we have 100 executive protection field notes. You guys see me dripping them out in the game, but there's going to be 100 executive protection field notes back there. And we have a live Q&A that we roll out every single week where I get to coach you. I get to work with you on whatever issues you're having while you're out there creating your career. So
awesome. Thank you.
Training is huge with this thing.
That's
You're going to
so
have a lot of support. We're going to essentially do our careers together. So official accreditation and training day certificate. Oh, go back. Official accreditation and training day certificate. All right. So the official listing on Bravo Research Group website is going to be, what's that worth? That's extremely valuable. I'm going to be marketing you to the career, to the industry. Certified agent certificate upon completion. So you'll have a certificate that you can use, that you can add to your sheet, to your rap sheet of classes and courses and certifications you have. Exclusive access to shortlist opportunities. You will be getting opportunities from me and from, not just me, from the group.
Cool.
That's a whole nother kind of huge thing that I need to make sure you guys understand. All right. Bonus number 1, free lifetime access to the Certified Agent private Facebook group, valued at $9.97 per year. So this private Facebook group is a place where essentially we work together and we do our careers together. How do I mean? So you go through the modules. The second you get into the product, you go through the modules, and you also get access to a special paid Facebook group. I go live in that paid Facebook group every single week. When I go live in there, I'm just there to connect with you guys and help you understand or help you through anything that you're dealing with. If I don't know, I go and I find the answers. So you're essentially going to have a security consultant, me, for the rest of your career. In the industry until I die or until the internet dies and the sun blows up. Beyond all of that, the other reason this group is extremely important is because it gives you access to a network. So people are going to the private security, to the close protection conference to try to network. People are going and doing all these different things to try to build their network. One thing I teach is how to widen your sphere of relationships and in the industry in order to widen your sphere of opportunities in the industry, because everything that comes to you is going to come through a relationship. Okay?
Yep.
When you become part of this group, you get all the relationships of all the people who have already been in the group. Now you have a pool of people who are out there in the industry, trained just like you, doing the same thing you're doing, and we are all working together to make each other successful. Cool. So you've tapped into a network of opportunity, which is growing 1 to 2 people per day. So in another couple years, there's thousands of agents out there in the industry, in all places, all different places in companies, and some of them are going to be hiring managers, and some of them are going to be detail leaders, and some of them are just going to be dudes on details who, when they say, "Hey, we need bodies," are going to throw it up in the group, and someone's going to go, "I know a guy," and you're going to have more opportunities. This is already happening. We only have 130 people in the group. Okay, so imagine how valuable being part of our group is going to be, in just a short time. So, here's another guy that I've worked with, Richard. What I love about Richard is, man, he's just determined. Neither of us are the biggest, most studliest, sexiest, special forceiest guys on the planet. You know what I mean? Like, we're kind of like dudes, normal dudes. But Richard, I started working with him, got him in here, got him doing some things, and within about 6 months or so, he's running the executive protection department for a security company. Now, Richard lives in Oregon, so there's not like a bunch of executive protection like opportunities there. So we had a pretty sophisticated issue. So we started figuring out how he could position himself as a specialist so that the few opportunities to do executive protection came to him. Now he runs the executive protection department
It's
at
like my
his
ex-boyfriend.
job, and he runs the training department at his job. So,
If he
plugging
didn't look
into
like
him,
somebody I
plugging
used to
into
know,
me
he'd be
was
cute, but
something
he's
that
so
really,
cute.
really proved to be extremely valuable for him. It
I'm
changed
sure
his
he's
life,
awesome.
changed the way he
Right
does
on.
business, and we're still good friends to this day. Hopefully you
Yeah.
guys meet him on the inside. Bonus number 2.
Far out, dude.
Protector Symposium replay. Yo, this is valued at about $300. This is what we're moving it for, selling it for. So you guys get in here and you actually just get to see the replay of the last Protector Symposium. And we got many more coming. Where that come from? Kevin, another dude. Kevin started working with me a while back. He's actually a good friend of mine, and he lost his job, and he was working for a really cool, big, heavy hitter in the firearms industry, and a really smart guy. Looks over at me, he's like, Byron, I want to try executive protection. And I'm like, I'm thinking like, yo, Kevin's my boy. You know what I mean? But like, I'm thinking, I'm going over inventory in my head. Like, can I market Kevin? Can I get him in this industry? You know what I mean? Like, can we really do it? You know what I mean? His call sign's Chewbacca. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's my boy. You know what I mean? But like, So we sit here and we're like, and I'm like, all right, dude. And we start working together. And sure enough, Kevin runs private security operations for a big corporation in my area in Orange County, in Southern California, and a company you all know the name of. He runs their executive protection department. He also runs their like theft department, and he is killing the game. He got the take-home car. He got the whole entire deal because he learned how to implement the specific set of skills that I'm talking with you guys about. Kevin he's a straight-up success. He doesn't talk to me much anymore, but he made it. You know what I'm saying? Live support. As I said, you guys, this Facebook group, which is going to end up being a group in the back office of our website, is a place where a lot of very positive things are happening every single day. You get one of the most valuable assets you can ever have as a professional, which is a network. A network of people who have paid to be there, a network of people who are dedicated to taking over the game and creating relationships and opportunities for each other. And this is like a slow day in the group. It's positive. Everyone's looking for opportunities. Everyone's contributing. It's really an amazing place. So you guys, that's what, honestly, if I could say there's 2 things about this that are the most valuable, it wouldn't even be the fact that I'm going to teach you how to do executive protection. It'd be the fact that I'm going to teach you how to brand yourself, because that is going to go with you for the rest of your life, no matter what industry or career you pick. And it's the fact that I'm giving you follow-on training for the rest of your career. I'm going to do my career with you. You're going to have a consultant.
It's like the ultimate job shadow.
And then it would really be,
dude, that's so cool.
It would be the network.
Way to go, Puppet Master.
You guys have to.
That's so cool.
You guys have to see the value of, because everything that comes in and out of your life that's good will come through a relationship. Relationships, man. Anyways, this program is for
100%.
people who are serious about advancing their skills and positioning themselves as executive protection specialists. I will take your success as seriously as you do. As a certified executive protection day training program, in the certified executive protection day program, your success is my success. Listen.
Yep.
I'm glad you guys are staying. Yeah, hey, we got more good stuff coming for you. But what you need to understand too here is, you guys, a lot of you have seen me in the industry. You know what I'm about. You know that I'm consistent. You know that I've been putting stuff out for almost a decade in the industry and trying to make people better. But you've got to understand, if you become a student of this school, we're commingling our brands. There's going to be DNA of me and your DNA in my brand. It is imperative that I do everything I can to make you as dynamic of an executive protection professional as possible, because you now represent my school, my brand,
Yep.
my legacy.
Absolutely.
And beyond that, it is also extremely imperative that I do everything to make you look as good as possible, because you're going to be out there representing who and what I am. And I'm going to be pushing you to the industry.
Yep.
We're going to get street credit together, our reputations. So I say all that to say, like I said, if you're a tire kicker, if you're not here to work hard, if you're not here to become an executive protection specialist, you know what I mean, to actually become that, then I don't know if we have a thing together. But if you're here to really, really represent, become a part of something that's internationally recognized, and become a part of something that will contribute more to your success, I will contribute more to your success than any other school you go to, then we're in the right place, because me and you are about to work together. And that's what this really is. Every single week, we're going to work together. This is something that will keep you from being successful. There is something that will keep you from being successful in this industry. Something you can't see, something you can't touch, and something that you'll barely even notice. It's very simple. The biggest thing that holds people back from being successful in this industry is, you guessed it, mindset.
Yep.
See what I see, do what I do, have what I have, man. Mindset, a broke mindset. In psychology, we call it people that create safe problems that are designed to keep you in your safety. I need you to get out of your safety. You need you to get out of the things that are keeping you safe, because it's the things that are keeping you safe that are keeping you locked at the same spot in life, and you have a glass ceiling over the top of you. You're looking up, you don't see it, but you never seem to rise any higher. So I can't afford it. Safe problem. Find a way to afford it. The things you really want in life, you find a way. I'll think about it. Cool. You're putting it off. You're procrastinating. Hey, you're going to get passed up. I already know what I need to know. The cup's already full. Cool. You go be a billionaire, have all the happiness you want in the game. But these are examples of mindsets. These are schemas, stories in people's minds that stop them from taking advantage of life-changing opportunities. The only way to guarantee your success is to invest in yourself and your education. You have to, if you want a higher quality life, you've got to make higher quality decisions. If you're going to make higher quality decisions, you have to get higher quality information. For a higher quality life, you got to make higher quality decisions. Higher quality decisions, you need higher quality information. This is that information. If you want more, you have to become more. You're a human being, not a human doing. Your life is about who you're becoming and who you're being. And that starts up here first. So here's how you can break the cycle of negative thoughts. Partner with someone who has already achieved what it is you want. Do what I do, say what I say, get what I got. Very simple, very straightforward. Here we are once again. Hold on, I got something for you. Pre-launch offer, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so Executive Protection Training Day online program, $2,500. Official Executive Protection Training Day certificate, about $1,000. Free lifetime access. Free lifetime access to the Facebook private group. That's a lifetime access. You pay once, $1,000. Free access to the Protector Symposium replay, $300. Total value, $4,791. Today, like I hate saying it, I'm going to say it, but it's the reality of the situation. I am going to give you access to all of those things, lifetime access. You're going to stay a part of my brand for $1,000 today, $997 today. If you take action with me, I told you to stay to the end. I told you I'm going to give you more value. And as I said, this product will give you more value than any other training option you're looking at, because I'm going to stay with you. And you get a network that actually is expansive, right? Today only, though. This is a today only offer, you guys, for the private beta invitees. You guys are private beta invitees because I haven't finished up the whole entire program yet. So apply to become a part of the Certified Agent Program. Click the button beneath the screen. On the side of the screen, we do payment plans. I've made it as easy as I can to help you guys become a part of what we're doing here. Like, this is more than just a training. I hate saying this, but it's the truth. It's more than just a training. This is a movement. In another 4 or 5 years, there's going to be thousands of executive protection specialists that have come through this course. Our network, we're creating the executive protection underground right now. We will be permeating the industry, and you need to be part of that. You should be part of that. If you can, it's wise for you to be part of that. Proven strategies. Hey guys, I'm doing stuff I do all the time. I'm doing stuff I'm teaching people to do all the time, and we're getting success all the time with it. What is more scarce and valuable, your time or your money? You guys know it. Your time. You can always make more money. So, but you can never make more time. But the reality of that too is invest your money in something that's going to give you back time. Invest your money in something that's going to lessen the curve, man. That's going to pull back the learning curve. I don't think we ever learn to quantify how much not knowing really costs us, or how expensive guessing is. Yeah, maybe it didn't take a pound of flesh, but maybe it set you back from reaching your goal or landing that job another 6 months. How often do opportunities come along? How much does it really cost you when you miss an opportunity? It's impossible to quantify. Let me show you how easy it is to get started for us to get this thing kicked off for $1,000. Create your account. Give me some information. Basically, let me know who you are. Create an account with us. Pay the man. Boom. And you're in. Executive protection. This is the back office. These are the modules. You now have access to all of the information. And send a request to our Executive Protection Training Day certified group. We let you in, and boom, you're in. You've got a new family in the executive protection industry. You're part of a pack. You're part of a lineage. And now you got people who can, like, even if I don't answer your question in the group, someone's going to answer your question in the group, and then I'm going to come in at the end of the week and answer your question. You know what I mean? Like, so you're not alone in trying to be successful anymore. All right, everything you need to create a highly profitable career as an executive protection specialist is right here. It's right there inside of this product. I've put it all together. This is a one-time offer for beta group program, though, so you got to do this today. Otherwise, this offer disappears. This is an eclipse. Never going to get this opportunity again. So, like Sun Tzu said, there's the quick and there's the dead. You know what I mean? Like, you got to move on this. Frequently asked questions, y'all. Let's see some questions. Let me get these questions up. Boom. And I got a pretty good, let's see here. Example network. Let's see here. We got a testimonial that just came through. If anyone is in or around the Minnesota, see, like, just now in the group, people are throwing this thing. This is an opportunity that one of the guys posted. I don't know if you guys can see my phone, but one of the guys posted this like just 3 hours ago. If anyone is in or around the Minnesota area that is looking for work, please DM me so I can relay you to the POC who is hiring. Fortunately, I do not have the further information, details, assignment. Hope everyone's doing well. Boom. There's opportunities in here. We're creating an executive protection underground, and we're taking over the game. We're working together, and we're going to teach you how to do that as well. So what questions do you guys have? And then on the payment plan, those of you who need that. So today, just for today, it's about $1,000 to enter, $997. And on the payment plan, it's 4 payments of $399. So it's a little bit more expensive to do the payment plan option, but you get time to do that option. So, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do it. Do you accept this under an individual only, or can it be a group? So if you are looking for a group rate, Danny, we can talk about that. Like, if you're looking for your whole entire, like a group, a detail, a security detail, then yeah, we can talk about that. But yeah, every individual should be accounted for in order to benefit from everything, from all the different assets that we're going to be selling you guys, But yeah, man, we can definitely talk about it at a group rate. If you want, you can email me through my website. Go to bravoresearchgroup.com and contact me through that website. Contact us if you want to talk more about that. Okay, let's see what other questions we got. Thanks, Danny. Great question. Does this apply as also to PMC industry? Yes, someone asked me that yesterday via email. Paramilitary contractors. So this is how it applies. The specific executive protection operations in terms of two-man work may not apply because you guys do more State Department things. But learning how to do things on that level will only make you better with regards to having all your assets and all your guys. The motorcade stuff and all that stuff is going to be very much the same, but beyond all that, interfacing with your boss, interfacing with your client, interfacing with your team, interfacing with the royal court. How are you going to market yourself when you get out as a PMC? How are you going to market yourself if you ever want to change to another industry within this private security industry? Those things are all ultra relevant, and you can study this and go through the whole entire course and leverage all of this while you're on the job in another country, in Afghanistan or wherever you're kicking it. So if I was in the PMC industry, I would definitely do it. You can take all the same marketing principles and techniques I'm going to show you and market yourself to become an overseas contractor just as effectively as in the private security industry. Do you know any type 1 diabetics in the executive protection industry, or do you think it would cause any problems being type 1 diabetic? I've got a guy on one of my details right now who, has the insulin and takes the insulin and does all that stuff, and he's still very physically capable. So I honestly wouldn't even have known it unless he told me. So yeah, he's part of the game, and your medical history is your business. So as long as you can be a protector, it's no issue at all. So absolutely. Will you have to stand up? And as long as you can manage yourself and stay in the game, then yes, there's no issue at all. Would you have to stand up my own company, be a part of BRG? Will I have to stand up my own company to be a part of BRG? Mr. Kenneth, no, you don't have to stand up your own company to be a part of BRG. You get through this course, you'll be essentially one of the guys that we're marketing to the industry as an executive protection specialist. Eduardo, if I get this certificate, when and who will recognize it? It does not have a third party, there's not a third party entity that validates it. Right now, this certificate is recognized solely on street credit and the potency of the brand. So, being that I have probably the biggest executive protection brand with the podcast and this school right now, everyone knows of the school. Everyone is aware of the school. So I can pretty much guarantee you many people will recognize it. It is very well recognized, actually. I'm not the type of guy that brags very much. So, yes, it's very well recognized. But there is not a third-party validator yet. Like I said, we're still in our beta test phase. So we're still upgrading and adding assets. We're going to try to get GI Bill stuff. We're still adding things like that. Let's talk, please, sir. Danny. Okay, get a hold of me through my website. If you need to talk, bravoresearchgroup.com. Contact us. Do you have other payment plans? No, the only payment plan we have is the $3.99 a month, and that's because we want you to be able to go through all the content. And when it starts getting longer than that, you kind of have to wait until you can make your last few payments, and we see people fall off. So that's kind of like the lowest payment plan we have. Okay, Marcus, for that reason, Marcus Henderson, active duty Marine, raw, that's what's up, who will retire in Portugal next year. Man, you're smart. You're smart. Any recommendations for breaking into the industry in Europe? Essentially, it's really a game of. I actually just did a podcast episode with Jackie. Oh, what's her name? Jackie Davis. And she talks at length about getting into the industry over there overseas. I don't know if this is the right kind of format for me to really give you that consultation on how to do that. But if you go to Executive Protection Lifestyle Podcast and see the last one with Jackie Davis, you get some good nuggets out in there. But it's really it's just a manage of building your network, man. It is just a matter of building your network. And I'd like to tell you too, Marcus, we've got a number of people that are overseas that are inside of our group. So if you come in and start working with us, you're going to have assets already. You're going to already have a network starting overseas in Europe, and that network's only going to continue growing. So, that could definitely work. Will definitely work to your advantage. How long will it take to become certified? Keith, I'm sorry. You learn and work at your own pace, brother. So it's up to you. Some people get it done in a week and a half. Some people get it done in a month. It just depends on how ham you want to go. What about no U.S. citizens? About foreigners who will get a job later on? You can work executive protection in any country you're in. So, you learning how to get into the industry is going to translate over into whatever country you're in, because we use a lot of digital techniques. You having a good resume is going to translate well. You being able to interview well is going to translate well. So these are principles you can use no matter where you are all around the world. Where do you prefer BRG team members acquire their hard skills? Mr. Kenneth, good question. That's an interesting question. I am honestly more concerned with, first and foremost, so when I'm looking at someone to put on a detail, I'm really wanting to make sure they have the social skills to be with the client and not make me or my company or my detail look stupid. Because I'm putting a lot of energy into controlling social frame with the client, controlling the narrative with the client. And if you get an idiot in there who sits there and starts talking about, all kinds of things that people talk about that are not productive for executive protection, it can set you back years with your client, or you can lose a detail. So where people acquire their hard skills, I just like to see that they're consistently and progressively going to different courses, or they have a habit like they do jiu-jitsu all the time, or they do MMA, or they do Muay Thai, or they have a habit. They shoot. They compete from time to time, or they've gone to like 3 or 4 different courses this year, and they shoot once a month at least. I like to see that they have habits. So I wouldn't say there's one necessarily way. I'm kind of like Bruce Lee in that, but I like to see that they have habits of making themselves harder to kill and tougher to kill. I hope that answers the question. Byron, I've already taken the program and it was excellent. So there's Jay. Damien, thank you. Scott, Byron, already taken the program and it was excellent. You and I need to talk further about joint endeavors. JDS. Okay, cool, man. Send me an email through the website, through the BRG website. We'll talk further. How we're get a job like certified agent later on. DMYTRO. I'm not quite understanding what you're asking me, brother. Hit me again. What's the age limit? I'll be 61 this year. So age has come up a lot. The reality of this game is having life experience, Gilbert, having life experience makes you better for this industry because you just have more maturity. You kind of know what to talk about, what not to talk about. You're less like razzled by a billionaire, you know what I mean? So it really works to your advantage. The only consideration is, are you still dangerous? Can you sell security? When they look at you, are they like, hey, man, this is a formidable guy that can walk around with me, make me and my brand look better, keep up with me? Or are they like, you don't have that? So age makes you more valuable in this industry because your judgment's just better. You just have to make sure you're still strong and capable and can sell security. I prefer to have more mature guys around my clients. Any brand or maintenance fees? Any brand or maintenance fees? Nah, man. Eduardo, bro, you come in with us. So the industry actually is very receptive to you. With regards to your saying 20s, 30s versus 50s, 60s, what can the older group expect to gain out of this course? Well, the older group can expect to understand what the industry is like right now today, and how to be relevant right now today, and how to be efficient and effective at marketing yourself right now today. Because if you don't figure those things out, you can very easily die tired in this industry. And there's a lot of really good dudes that they just can't get in because they're not relevant. So, as a practice, I look to recreate myself about every 10 years, and it's getting to be about that time. So I do something. I try to make sure I keep my pulse on what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I would say, man, because you can very easily lose touch with things, especially if you've had a whole other career and you've been working and you've been in your pond of people that you've been working with, and you have rank, you're a made man, you're well respected. You haven't needed to pay attention to what the heck's going on out here. You're trying to break into this industry, you're going to need to know. So that's what I would say. And then also where you're going to get a network of people who are doing this with you, a network of people who are going to be shooting you opportunities, and you're going to get me as a coach essentially to talk with you about snags you're having on your path, which you're going to have, I'm going to have, and it'd be good that we all do it together. How do you contact you for PM? Well, the best way is admin@bravoresearchgroup.com. I'll throw that email address down there. At bravoresearchgroup.com. Wow. You guys can reach out there if you need further assistance on any things but for sure, how do you stay in the yellow during long periods of nothingness on a job? Edwin Torres, how do I stay in the yellow? This is a term that comes from left of bang and that the military uses for staying aware. Honestly, man, from Iraq and getting blown up and stuff like that, I've built endurance over the years with regards to staying aware and staying on it and staying always looking for something to happen. Iraq got me started in being able to stay aware because we had snipers, we had IEDs, and you would think everything's okay, and then boom, somebody get blown up. And then the executive protection industry gave me an excuse to continue fostering that skill and that endurance and that focus. So now, man, when I'm on it, man. I stay on it pretty good. So I would just say practice would be the answer, man. Yeah. Once a person becomes a valuable member of BRG, can they pick or choose which details they accept? Oh yeah, Mr. Kenneth. Yes. When you do see it after you graduated and all that stuff, if you see opportunities come through on the short list, you don't have to raise your hand for those. You raise your hand for that, and then I back interview you to see if you want to be part of it. But don't get me wrong on this whole thing. Like, my company is not the only company that you're going to be on the short list for. You're going to be gaining exposure from multiple different companies in the industry. You know, I'm going to go to AS Solutions. I'm going to go to Gavin DeBecker. I'm going to go to Pinkerton. I'm going to go to all the big boys in the industry, and I'm going to be like, hey, yeah, I'm even going to go to companies overseas and be like, hey, you guys are looking for agents that are efficient and effective at executive protection, and will do it ethically. Get some login information and come and check out what I've got and all these different assets that I've put in one place, all these people that I've put in one place for you guys. Okay. I asked about U.S. citizen. This is from DMYTRO. How I could receive a job like BRG, certified agent. Well, brother, that's something you'd have to go through the course and learn how to market yourself to the industry. You know, I'm not about giving you fish. I'm about teaching you how to fish. So that's the game. Let's see what we got here. Oscar, is there any procedure or protocol? Let's see, Oscar, is there any procedure or protocol you follow in order to have a well background check of every candidate in order to avoid teaching skills to bad guys? No, my friend, we have people are coming into the group. We do like a cursory assessment, but we are not doing an overall like background check. This is the age of information. So kind of something I learned from Ed Calderon, and something, you know, talking with a lot of guys at the top of the game, is information is out there. You know what I mean? The way people do things, it's out there. The more good people you can arm, the more good people can protect themselves. So right now, we're putting information out there, and we're trying to educate. More working professionals will be educated than any other like negative faction is gonna, you know. So that's kind of the way we approach that. The more we educate the public, the more we educate the good guys, the better we can do. Hey, brother, I'm friends with Gabe from OC. Yo, George, good to see. That's what's up. Swap. We met at the first Protector Symposium. I am in the EP industry. Heck yeah, good to see you, George. That's what's up, man. It's an honor. I'm glad you hopped on here. Do you have a membership of EP here in Kuwait to network with them? Joseph M. We are building our network. I don't know that we have anyone in Kuwait yet, but it's just a matter of time, honestly, because this thing is international, so it's just a matter of time. But I don't know if we have anyone over there at this moment off the top of my head. But that's a place that's got a lot of PMCs, got a lot of activity, so I'm sure we'll start building that. What is your advice to a lady in this industry? Talitha, sorry. My advice is to learn how to do this work and do it good, and the industry will be way more reactive to you, and you'll be sped to the top. Because the reality of this game is it's a man's game. So this means that the competition for men in this industry is fierce, more fierce. Whereas if you can find, and I get called all the time, if you can find a female in this industry that can just do the work and be good at her job, everybody wants that female, and everyone's looking for her. So there's so much opportunity for women in our industry because we need them. Every client almost has a wife and has kids, and you need a female on almost every single detail. So there's a lot of opportunity if you can just do the work and be good at it, and you can situate yourself with a good network. Byron, great Q&A. Just want to say I appreciate you, your honest and candid responses. The industry is thankful for what you are doing. Cheers. Justin, that means a lot, man. That means a whole lot. I really appreciate that, man. God bless and Semper Fi, man. That's inspirational to me. In your past experience, how long should one wait before they should try and move up from residential agent position to a more specialized role? Terry, you should, in my opinion, that's a question for your detail leader because he's assessing your skills. So you need to ask him, hey, what's the reality of me moving up to the movement team? How am I doing? What could I do to make myself more of a candidate to move up to the movement team? You might just be on a detail where they got a solid set of dudes, and until someone dies or gets fired, you ain't moving up because it's a numbers game. Well, in that case, you need to learn how to market yourself and get on a detail where you can just come in at the movement level. They're out there. People need bodies right now, especially with this COVID thing. So you have to understand the dynamics at play that are relevant to you in your situation and how to play them, So this is a discussion for our weekly counseling, you know what I mean? Is there a 24-hour period? Is this a 24-hour opportunity for the 997 or a webinar event to pay now? You want to keep this window open. I think you can pay as late as like 12 o'clock tonight. But yeah, it's like a kind of a pay now type of thing. Kind of key. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Is this live? Ian Simmons. This is live. Doing this with my fingers right now at my desk. I am here. The world has exploded since I've been sitting here with you guys. So yeah, man, it's live, man. I'm making time for you guys here. Totally understandable. Thanks for your answer. Thank you, Oscar. Much respect. How big would you say the executive protection field is throughout Florida and Detroit metro area? Florida's huge, man. Florida's one of the hubs, brother, because you got Miami, you got athletes down there, you got celebrities down there all the time. Detroit metro, I'm not so sure. I don't know that market that well. But I can speak to Florida because I work the Florida circuit. You got work in Florida. Christopher D, for sure, man. Thank you, Byron, for a great presentation. I have your info and we'll reach out to you through PM to take care of my man. Yo, it just moved on me. Where'd it go? Oh, Andre, thanks so much. It's an honor, brother. I really appreciate that. God bless, man. 7-5. Thank you, Byron. Hey, thank you, Leah. I appreciate that. Mark, is there any EP course you can recommend, Byron? Beyond mine, I've been to EPI. That was amazing. That was really good information. I will also say that inside this EP course, we have strategic relationships with EPI, with ICON, that can help you achieve attendance at those schools. Is what I'll say. I'm a site super for contract security company, Allied Universal. Okay, I very much want to explore the EP industry. I am also looking into ASIS certifications. Actually, I have a presentation, Ian, for ASIS on the 1st. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm wrapping it up. We're about to end this thing. I got to get to a few burning buildings and things like that. I really hope you guys see the value in what we have here. You're going to get me as a consultant we're going to do our careers together. You're going to get all of the members in the group as a network to be able to leverage and to be able to bring opportunities to and to really kind of do your career with and also to get opportunity from. You're going to get taught my way of doing executive protection that has worked for over a decade for me. Not the best way, not the way, but it is a very good way that works. You're going to have the cheat sheets. You're going to have all those things with you. You don't have to stop, spending your money to go. You don't have to stop working in order to train with us. You become part of something that stays with you through your entire career. The benefits and the perks to this are they're pretty kind of endless because they continue, you know what I mean? It's an honor to be able to bring this to you. Let's see here. Is there work in the Bay Area, Oakland, Sacramento area? You're all. what's up, guys? Byron Rogers here.
Love you.
One last time, if you've made it to this place in our process, you're the type of person I want to talk to. You've made it this far. This video right here is just simply an opportunity for me to quickly and briefly as I can show you the value in what you're getting. I'm going to actually open up the back office here and take you into the Executive Protection Training Day Success Package so you can see the modules. You can see what it all looks like. You can see our private secret Facebook group only for paid members. And you can see all of that, and you can understand the actual value of this service, of this success package that I'm offering you. So I'm going to open it up in 1 second. But real quick, if you're out there in the game, you're looking to get into the game, or you're struggling out there in the game to achieve executive protection status, listen. The formula is simple. If you want a higher quality life, you've got to get higher quality information. Decision is the way you navigate life. You've got to make higher quality decisions. How do you make higher quality decisions? You get higher quality information. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. Think about how much it can cost you, is costing you, or will probably cost you if you just go out there and try and figure it out yourself. Success leaves clues unless you're clueless, right? So it's an honor to be able to contribute. I want to make sure, especially while you're here on this page, that you understand the total value of what we're giving you. Listen, you're not just going to get training. You can go and spend a few $1,000s and go to any of the premier training cadres that are out there that are all fantastic. What you're going to realize really quickly is that this is the most economically sound training option out there, I believe, because you're not going to have to invest traveling expenses. You don't have to travel anywhere. You don't even have to spend money on gas. You won't have to take time off of work. You continue making money and living your life the way you are, where you are. Maybe you're overseas. You continue making money overseas, but you learn how to do the work. And the other thing is, you're not just going to learn tactics, guys. You're going to learn the way to market yourself effectively, show up in the industry effectively, from resume to digital marketing strategies, all the way up to in-person marketing strategies, mindset, how to survive on a detail. You're not going to learn any of those other things in these schools, generally. I'm not speaking for all of them, but generally what is taught is how to do executive protection. But the reality of the game is, I know many guys I would go to war with right now that are legit guys that have dirt time, that I would go to war with, but have failed in the executive protection industry because they don't understand the specific set of skills that I'm talking about in this program on the other side of that button that's somewhere around this screen. I'm serious. It's an honor to be able to contribute, and it's an honor to create something that's unlike anything else in the game. Beyond all of that, keep in mind, this opportunity will never come again. You're getting beta access because I'm not done with this product. We will never be at this time and place and space ever again. That's the reality of this situation. This door is closing, so you need to take action as soon as possible, because once I'm done, the price is going to go up. As the product becomes more established, the price is going to go up. Keep that in mind. Beyond that, the reason I call it, and then I'll open up the back office here, but beyond that, the reason I call it a success package and not just a training or a product is because you're going to get follow-on support that's going to ensure your success, i.e., the Facebook group. You're going to become part of a sphere, a body, a pack, a bunch of people who are all looking for and creating opportunity. Those people are going to want to work with other people that they know how to do the job the way they want the job done. I've already talked to a number of different business owners who say that this training will be mandatory to work at their company. It's going to be in their training pipeline. So as the team grows, as our class grows, as our alumni grows, your opportunities will also grow. So keep that in mind. That Facebook group is extremely valuable. Not only will I be in there on a weekly basis to answer your questions and guide you through your career, ensuring your success to the best of my ability, but our brands will grow together as your profile will be on my website as a certified and validated executive protection specialist. And I will market my class, my cadre, and each and every one of you who I've invested in to all of the premier companies around the world until the end of my brand. So we are growing together. Now let's take a look in this back office. I want to show you what we got going down. Boom. So here we are inside of the Executive Protection Training Day back office. I gotta make this quick for you guys.
Boom, yo, what's up? The way they want the job done. I've already talked to a number of different business owners who say that this training will be mandatory to work at their company. It's going to be in their training pipeline. So as the team grows, as our class grows, as our alumni grows, your opportunities will also grow. So keep that in mind. That Facebook group is extremely valuable. Not only will I be in there on a weekly basis to answer your questions and guide you through your career, ensuring your success to the best of my ability, but our brands will grow together as your profile will be on my website as a certified and validated executive protection specialist. And I will market my class, my cadre, and each and every one of you who I've invested in to all of the premier companies around the world until the end of my brand. So we are growing together. Now let's take a look in this back office. I want to show you what we got going down. Boom. So here we are inside of the Executive Protection Training Day. Back office. I gotta make this quick for you guys. Check it out. Module 1 through 5 are done. There's going to be about 10 modules by the time we're done. Each module has hours of content. Keeps you on track as you go through it. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to have extra modules. We're going to have over 100 over 100 different training day lessons back here by the end of the year. I'm going to keep adding and upgrading to this product constantly. We're going to also keep every single live Q&A that I do back here. We're going to have it back here as well. So this portal is going to become more and more and more and more valuable as we move around in the game. Let me take you over to the Facebook group real quick. Boom. This is the Facebook group, guys. So people are in here. We're trading paint, man. We're getting things done. You see people just introducing themselves. Me, hey, I'm about to do a live Q&A literally in a few minutes. Hey, get in here. You get in here in time, and maybe you can join us. It's going to be quick, though. And just quality, man. Quality stuff going on in here. People in our group are asking intelligent questions, getting intelligent answers, shaking hands and trading paint with other industry professionals and other industry leaders. You know what I'm saying? So people are sharing videos of how they're doing things. You know, if you have a question about an operation you're going to go on, this is the place to get it, to get the information to know how to do it efficiently and effectively. So this is essentially the digital marketplace. This is the digital realm where we will do the work in the course. But what you need to know as you look at this product is, one, most courses you get exposure to training one time, and then you're expected to perform at that level for the rest of your career. I don't know how probable that really truly is. This course, you own the training. You get it for your entire lifespan. When you get in the industry and you get tasked with a single person advance in some other country and you're like, how do I do that again? You can go back to the course and you have a vetted group of people you can ask for advice. So you get value for the lifetime of your career. You don't have to mind travel expenses. You don't have to deal with the other things that go along with going to another course. You widen your sphere of influences. Your net worth is directly proportional to your network. This is a valuable network that I will be growing and marketing for you. Your brand, another perk, your brand grows with my brand. So as I continue adding to the class, your network becomes more valuable. As I continue getting my class, my students in front of other companies, your position in this course becomes more and more valuable. So there's a number of benefits. You get cheat sheets. You get everything you need to be successful in the field. You get checklists and all that stuff. You get follow-on support to make sure you succeed. That's why this is so much more than just a course, just a class, just a training. This is a success package for you. So this is, in my opinion, the best way to ensure success for executive protection professionals and people that have been in the game that haven't achieved what they want to get, or people who are looking to get in the game and want to just start the whole thing off right and get in a powerful way and get to where they want to go very quickly. Hey, I make these videos because I care about you guys. I have this brand because I care about you guys, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in this classroom. Let's make this year the best year of your executive protection career. Let's grow together. I'll see y'all in the classroom. Out. Boom.
Awesome. And I'm definitely promoting this, and I believe in this, and I hope that we can team up together. Um, I know that you caught notice me, and I'm interested in you, and I think we got a good thing going. Boom. I'll punch you right in the. Yeah. I like what you do. All right, cool. Anyways, so if y'all are watching this, if you did make it this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you take this seriously. Definitely keep an eye on this. If you can't make it tonight, it's still gonna be available. It's just this particular deal is tonight only, and it's just gonna get more and more valuable as things go on. So go ahead and join now or later or never.